We're going to be assessing them on the Premier League. So, guys, we're all come up our own separate grades. So we're going to start off with Flynn. How would you have graded Arsenal this season?
Okay, I was gonna do a piss take grade and say A plus, but I can't in good conscience say that. I would say they are right now B plus.
Okay. Give us your reasons for them being a B plus.
I think when they've played well, and they have played well a lot, despite what I'm sure a lot of people would think, I think they have played brilliantly at times this season, and they've gotten good results from a lot of games. They have made good signings, great signings, I think, in fact, because Mustafi still hasn't lost a game, and I think he's a brilliant defender. Lucas Perez has done excellent when he has played. He was injured for a bit, but he's got something like 12 appearances and he's contributed to 12 goals, either a goal or an assist in those 12 games, and he's starting now, so he's doing well. Jacques is a bit of a loose cannon, a bit of a renegade, a bit of a turn in your badge and your gun kind of guy, but I think he's done well. So the signings have been good. They've all turned out to be pretty good. Even Rob Holding, the backup signings, have done okay. The injuries aren't a big problem right now. Bellerin was out for a while, but now he's back. He's fine. Koscielny was out for a bit. He's back. He's fine. The team is fit and healthy, and I think they're playing well, and they're not in the worst position. They're top, they're in the mix. They're still, I think, 9 points behind Chelsea, though.
Yeah, roughly about that.
Something like that.
8 points.
8 points. It's not good, but it's not bad. I mean, 8 points, 3 games. I mean, we're only halfway through the season. So right now I'm pretty content. I take points off because when they've lost, the Man City game was horrible. That was a terrible game for Arsenal. And
Everton was poor too.
That was better, I thought. Really? It was a chaotic
game. The Bournemouth
game.
draw wasn't very impressive either, to be fair.
I didn't think that. I mean, when you go 3-0 down, that's horrible. But they came back.
They're coming back, yeah.
3-0 down.
Let's ask Kieran. So, Kieran, how would you grade Arsenal?
Okay. Look, I'm going to clear the elephant in the room. And midway through the season, my prediction before the season was that Arsenal would not finish in the top 4. And they're now 5th. So, I'm nearly right.
After 20 games, we're just over halfway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now, they've only just slipped out of it. My honest grade of Arsenal would be a B.
Okay.
A solid B.
We're on the same page.
We are, because I agree. When Arsenal have played well, and when they've won games, they have been very convincing and also very entertaining. I love Arsenal when they play good football.
Scorpion kick goals.
I mean, yeah.
It wasn't really a scorpion kick goal when you look back at it. But when one leg was on the ground when he did it. Both legs have to be off the ground.
Highest standards I've ever heard in my life.
Well, a scorpion kick is when both legs are off the ground.
That's nitpicking.
So technically it wasn't a scorpion kick.
That's nitpicking.
The goal should be disallowed. Just forget it.
Well, I mean,
if
you hit a ball in with your shoulder, you can't count it as a header.
Well, look, if the goal's offside, is it a scorpion kick? No. So there we go. Nitpicking.
I'm not saying anybody out. I'm just saying it wasn't a scorpion kick. That's all.
So what was it?
It was just a really cool goal.
Right. So yeah, in terms of the season, like I was saying, Arsenal have played some really good football. They are really entertaining, and you got to give credit to Arsene Wenger after all these years, still playing attacking-minded, progressive football, which I love. When they've lost and when they've dropped points, though, it's where Arsenal always come undone. It's always in style. It's a bit like Liverpool in that sense. It's never just we turned up, we lost. No, many things happen as well. Interesting quote this week. I think it was by Tony Cascarino. He actually he was asked prior to the Arsenal Preston game, is Arsene Wenger under pressure to win the FA Cup, considering now that they've kind of slipped out the title race, which I don't agree with, but he said Arsene Wenger's been under pressure for 8 or 9 years now. I thought was pretty funny and true.
It's a different kind of pressure. It's like he's not in danger of getting the sack midway through the season, even if they were 20th. Like, I don't think they'd sack Wenger. It's like they'd let him run out his contract and they'd be like, okay, we'll move on. But they wouldn't. They'd never. He's in charge. Like, they couldn't sack him. He'd be like, I don't think so.
He sacks them.
He's like, okay, you're gone.
For me, I kind of thought Kieran would be on the same lines as you. I actually gave him a C minus. I think after 20 games,
okay, go ahead.
They're not even where we expect them to be in the top 4. Okay, they're just outside it. Fair enough. Flynn, you said a couple of weeks ago, we tried determining, do we overrate Arsenal or do we underrate them? Because we always say that, oh, they should be challenging for titles, but maybe they're just not good enough to win titles. Maybe we should be putting them in the same ilk as a Spurs, for example.
I think they're more than capable of winning titles.
They're better than
Really?
Spurs.
I
Come
think
I
on.
wouldn't think so.
Alright.
What
I
do
think
you...
Spurs are better this season. Personally. I mean, for a team that has how many World Cup winners in the squad? You have Mustafi, Özil, and Mertesacker. You have Sanchez, a guy who's won trophies as well. And Wenger still can't get the team to win
Season's
and
not
look like a
over.
winning team. But they're not going to win the league.
Yeah, but hypothetically, if Sanchez gets injured,
I don't want to get into that. I just think
Yeah.
they've been pretty disappointing. They're not even in the top 4. They haven't improved from last year, whereas all the other top 6 teams have.
I think they have improved from last year.
I don't think they have at all.
This time last year, they were well out of it.
I think they're well out of it now, to be honest.
let's talk stats.
They're as well out of it as Tottenham.
I
Well,
think,
Tottenham are close.
I think we should talk,
As if Arsenal aren't going to win the league and Tottenham are.
I think Tottenham have a better chance.
Oof, jeez, like...
Well, let's go on
okay,
here. Let's
talking stats, right? Of the 20 games, Arsenal have only lost 3 games.
Okay.
You know, that's pretty damn good.
against
City,
Everton, City and Liverpool.
And Liverpool. First game of
Spurs
the
have
season.
only lost 2.
They have, but they also drew terrible games against mid-table teams. So there's that. In terms of goals and assists, obviously Alexis Sanchez, we can argue, is the best player for Arsenal. But they've also been getting goals from unlikely places. Theo Walcott, you know.
Yeah.
Theo Walcott.
He had a good run. But I think...
It's Chamberlain's best season.
Which is something.
But I mean,
Which
to
is
be
something,
fair, he
really.
doesn't move the needle at all, really.
Doesn't move the
If
needle.
If this is his best season, what has he got? Like 2 goals?
6.
Has he got 6
Yeah.
goals in Premier League goals?
4 assists too.
I just think...
Iwobi, the emergence of Iwobi.
I think this summer is really just... They have to make a big decision. Do they want to actually win things? They have to get rid of Wenger if they want to win things.
No,
And they got
I
to
don't
sign,
agree.
Sanchez because they're going nowhere. Wenger's been there for so long, and we're in the exact same spot we were for the last 12 years.
But
And
if-
I know it's great. Flynn wants to say, "Oh, it's great that we're in the top 4, and it'd be bad if we went out of it." But like, what if you went down 7th?
Yeah.
If you got rid of Wenger and you brought in a manager and you went 7th one season. Who cares if you didn't qualify for the Champions League, because you never get out of the last 16 anyway.
They get matched up against the eventual winners like every year.
But why can't you go out and at least give him a game and try and beat him?
Are you telling me they don't give him a game? Did
They
you
always-
watch these
they
fixtures
al-
against Bayern and
They
Barcelona every
always
year?
give him a game when it's over in the second leg.
They
When the
always
first
give him
leg
a
is
game.
finished. When the first leg is finished, they always do it. I think they got to get rid of Wenger, to be perfectly honest, and at least try something different, because they've been doing the same thing for the last 10 years and it's done nothing. They're in the exact same spot they were.
They're getting
If
better.
you're staying in the same place, you're going nowhere.
To pull it back,
That's
to pull it
comprehensive.
back to Wenger, that you can't have Arsene Wenger if you want to win things. Immediate impact of when he was Arsenal manager. He started at rampage in the Premier League, and he
It
started.
was like 20 years ago when things were different, and now he's still doing the same things, and the
Are they
game's changed
different?
so much.
Are they
He's
different?
changing with the game. Come on, you can't.
He hasn't
He
changed at all.
obviously has. Unless when he started, he was 20 years ahead of everyone else.
I think he was ahead of people, but I
He
don't
was.
think people...
You watch that Arsenal Invincibles team. You watch the Arsenal team that won in '98. They would put this whole Chelsea hype team that we have right now to the cleaners. They were much better in terms of tactics, players, and
Yeah.
everything. They were the full package. So
But this is the problem, I think, is that when we think of Arsene Wenger and the best things he's done, they're like 15 years ago.
I
In
guess-
what other occupation
2 FA
would
Cups.
Okay, well, we're not even talking about the FA Cup on our.
Well, you
on our
can't
podcast.
say they never win anything if they do win things.
They won 2 FA Cups. I'm a United fan, and I forgot they won the FA Cup. To be perfectly honest.
because
It's
we've
there.
forgotten the FA
But
Cup.
Stop moving the goalposts.
Exactly. But what I'm trying to say is that the best things Wenger has done were like 12, 13 years ago. Things haven't changed. It's the exact same. Even when he signed world-class players like Özil and Sanchez and Mustafi, Bellerin, one of the best goalkeepers, Czech, they still haven't improved.
They have improved, absolutely.
Do you think they've improved?
I
Gary?
think they've improved. I don't think they're necessarily living up to all the potential. No, I don't think so. I think
So
there's
do you
way
look at
more
them
you
as
can get.
do you look at them as title challengers?
Every year, yeah.
Because
No,
if
regardless
if
of
they
who's
are,
there.
they're 8 points off. So
Yeah.
that would mean they're doing quite bad.
But so are City. City are 7 points off.
And they're bad as well.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
So
I'm
get
saying-
rid of Guardiola.
Well, he hasn't even had a season. Wenger's had 20 years.
But he's made him worse.
But the thing I think to sum up both your points is that Wenger is too slow on progressing the team. Yes, he's building a great team, and he has built a great team, but it's too slow. Other teams do it in like quantum leaps.
Exactly.
So look,
Well, they're not long lasting.
No,
they
yeah.
fall apart very
It's
quickly.
true. It's true.
Wenger's been so slow at making teams that when he looks like he's just about to make a team, a good player leaves, like a Van Persie, like a Fabregas,
Part of the struggle.
like another Bayor. But why can't he keep them? Why can't he convince them that we're going to win? Obviously, these players see something day in, day out that we aren't seeing.
That's
they're
not
getting
unique
sick
to
of it.
Arsenal. That happens at every club that's trying to build something all over the world for the past 50 years.
I just think they have to get rid of Wenger if they want to win things.
Well,
You can't say they
eventually-
have to get rid of Wenger.
I think he's going to go this summer. I think he's done.
Maybe he will.
I think he'll go of his own accord.
Yeah,
And
they're
I-
not getting rid of him.
And I think,
I think
we
he
will be proven right or wrong the season immediately after Wenger loses. I think it's going to go to shit. Because Wenger is the tie, is the stability, he is Arsenal.
But
so.
even if just one last point about Arsenal, so
Yeah.
even if, just say for example, they get rid of Wenger this season, and next season they finish 7th,
Yeah.
and they don't qualify for the Champions League.
Yeah.
In the grand essence of it, what difference does it make? Because they aren't going to win the Champions League anyway.
It's a big difference, though.
They are
It
going
is
to
a
win the
big
Champions League, and it might give them a better chance of winning it the following season in 2 years' time.
Maybe. But
Because-
then you could say the same about Liverpool, and it did nothing for them, so.
If I'm to say, I'd rather be a Liverpool fan than an Arsenal fan over the last 10 years, because at least you've had
Wow, no way. Come on.
You won a Champions League. You've come close to winning the league. You know, you've had great
They
players like
haven't-
Arsenal
Suarez.
came close
It's
last
it's
year.
been up and down, but at least you've had high moments and low moments. Arsenal have literally just gone steady for 10 years, and nothing has changed.
Liverpool haven't won the Champions League in the past 10 years.
How long ago was they won it?
A long time. 2006?
Well, just
Okay. Alright, look.
Well, you know, they got to 2 Champions League finals.
Alright.
And they lost. Oh, terrible.
Okay, I think